We know that we have a better and a bigger one this time.
Right.
Budget भी अच्छा है.
वो बहुत important है. आपके लिए कौन सी वो situation होती है जब आपको लगता है that चुप रहना सही होता है? Silence is the best response for this kind of a situation. What is that situation?
बीवी के साथ झगड़े में. Where I come from, where I was born, to dream to become an actor was a far-fetched dream. Radionasha.
Hi, Pareee हूँ मैं and you're watching us on radionasha and with me Manoj Bajpayee for the 50th time and of course Prachi Desai. Good to see you back after 2021.
Like yes, I was likewise.
Saying. Yeah, but Manoj sir आपसे तो मुलाकात होती रहती है.
जी.
And it's great कि आप हमें ये मौके देते रहते हो मिलने के लिए, बातें करने के लिए.
बहुत जल्दी इसके बाद भी देने वाला हूँ. For my 100th film, भैया जी.
Absolutely, and we are all so excited. ACP Avinash Verma is back. Right. Silence 2 is here. But I remember talking to you, when we were talking about Silence 1. It was 2021, and हम पूरी तरह से निकले नहीं थे कोविड से. उसके right after that there was still lockdown going on. Do you have any memories of promoting this? उस टाइम पर क्या अलग था? Because I think in the last 3 years as artists we've all changed so much.
I was far more handsome those days.
Sir, you are more attractive. Okay. You are more handsome now. Like people better be ready to handle this because there's more coming.
Right.
No, I mean yes, you are right, because when we were promoting those days or even shooting.
You had COVID, you remember?
Yes, I had COVID and just came out of COVID. So there was always a scare, there was always a kind of apprehensions, a little bit of fear in interacting or getting out. But somewhere what is the best part about promoting any film that you've been part of and enjoyed making it is that you come back together. The excitement of meeting each other is far more higher than any other scare.
Right.
Okay.
Is there more relief now when you're promoting Silence 2 because आपको पता है कि हाँ, like प्यार तो मिल ही चुका है one को.
So yes, you are right. That that there is an audience.
Yeah.
Which is massive. Who has seen Silence 1 and they loved it, and that's the reason that ZEE5 was excited to make Silence 2, right? So that, but you can't be assured that they are going to like the second one. There is always that mystery, there is always that intrigue that you are dealing with. So we are excited and we are also kind of little bit of nervous. We know that we have a better and a bigger one this time.
Right.
Budget भी अच्छा है.
वो बहुत important है. इसलिए तो ना कि अभी clear हुआ है, बहुत सारी कॉफीज थी यहाँ पर पहले. अच्छा, इसमें आप लोग obviously investigate कर रहे हो and एक murder mystery solve कर रहे हो. But मैं आप लोगों से जानना चाहती हूँ that if you had committed a crime, अगर आप दोनों ने crime commit किया होता, सबसे पहले पकड़ा कौन जाता?
Obviously me.
मैं पकड़ा जाता हूँ. मैं यहाँ पे सब ठीक है लेकिन मैं real life में पकड़ा जाता हूँ.
But this is true. So is so honest कि उनके face पर आपको genuinely you can tell the mood or the response or the reaction. He never fakes it. So he's right. शायद वही पकड़े जाते हैं.
But crime क्या किया होता आपने sir? Like crime क्या किया होता आपने? What is the max crime you could have committed?
Oh, like
किसी
that.
का जूता चुरा लूँगा और क्या करूँगा है ना, पर प्राची का पर्स उठा करके किसी दूसरी जगह रख दूँगा. मोबाइल जो है उठा करके अपने बैग में रख दिया, शाम को दिया. मतलब इससे ज़्यादा मैं नहीं सोच सकता. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकता हूँ मैं. और क्या करूँगा, मतलब लाइनें तो खा नहीं सकता हूँ किसी की.
Prachi, what about you? Do you have any idea of what crime could you have committed?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
बोलो बोलो, लिपस्टिक चुराती हैं ये। अभी लिपस्टिक जो ये इनका मेकअप लगा रहे हैं, ये इन्होंने चुराया हुआ
है। हम उसी लेवल तक जा सकते हैं सर, हम उससे बड़ा
एक जर्नलिस्ट आई थी यहाँ पे, उसका लिपस्टिक चुरा करके उसको दिया था कि यही वाला लगाना।
नहीं, मैं रियली बताऊं, मुझे ना आई लव द स्मेल, द फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ मनोज सर्स कॉफी। आई वुड स्टील दैट, आई वुड टोटली स्टील दैट, दैट वुड बी माय क्राइम ऑन दिस सेट।
तू चुराने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये पाप मत करो, आई विल गिव इट टू यू।
You will give it to you yourself. अच्छा, we all have different ways to deal with different situations, right? But आपके लिए कौन सी वो situation होती है जब आपको लगता है that चुप रहना सही होता है? Silence is the best response for this kind of a situation. What is that situation?
बीवी के साथ झगड़े में चुप रहिए, because हारना तय है।
So आप पहले ही retreat.
चुप रहिए, दूसरा काम करते रहिए। No, there are many situations where when you know that you can't, your God can't get through this person logically. That is the time I prefer to be quiet. Then I kind of avoid, because if it is a conversation which is only one way, then it's better to be quiet and let it go, right?
True, true. Yeah, not put your energy in
too
much
exactly like he said, when anger precedes logic or reasoning, then it's best that you take a step back and you maintain your silence. Yeah, right. I think that.
इस ट्रेलर की शुरुआत होती है with a very very beautiful line. मिर्ज़ा गालिब की लाइन है वो कि ख्वाहिशों का काफिला भी बड़ा अजीब है। गालिब सर, आप एक बार पहले तो बोल के दिखाओ।
अब मुझे पूरा याद ही नहीं, पूरा याद नहीं रहता मुझे, मैं तो अपने डायलॉग भूल जाता हूँ, फिल्म खत्म हो जाती है डायलॉग भूल जाता हूँ मैं।
सच में?
ख्वाहिशों का काफिला बड़ा अजीब है गालिब, अक्सर वहीं से गुजरता है जहाँ रास्ता नहीं होता। हमारे ये शुरुआत होती है ना फिल्म की। हाँ नहीं, ये फ्लैट में, एक मर्डर पे फ्लैट में, हाँ वहाँ पे।
डू यू रिलेट विद दिस? क्योंकि मैंने जब ये सुना, आई वाज लाइक कि दिस इज मनोज सर्स लाइफ, राइट? Because I recently saw an interview of yours जहाँ पर आपने इतनी beautifully बात की about learning without an institution, and that just touched so many chords. क्या आपको लगा that without having a sense of direction or without having people showing you the direction, you could still make it?
I don't know. My life is a miracle. Believe me, it's where I come from, where I was born. To dream to become an actor was a far-fetched dream, because for that I needed to travel to Delhi, to a city which was completely alien to me, coming from 1,500 kilometers, completely cut off from the modern civilization. Now it's very easy. I mean, you land in Patna, it's 6 hours, 7 hours, because the roads are so great, and there's so much of. And
everybody knows Manoj Bajpayee.
It's easy. The transportation is easy. There are so many nice Volvo buses now. Flying by. So it's a different world altogether now. In those days, just to reach Patna, it used to take us 2 days, 2.5 days. And then from there, if you are lucky, then you will get a reservation in the train, and there used to be one train, Jayanti Janta, if I remember, that used to, or Magad Express used to go to Delhi. Then getting into the train, you don't have reservation, then TTs, you are trying to avoid TT throughout.
आप बिना reservation के travel किया सर?
My first trip to Delhi was without reservation. So yeah, I mean, I was 18 and a half. When I look at any child, 18 and a half today, and I get surprised. I was of this boy's age when I could dare, I dared so much with my life. And how could my father, even let me go? But that's how my father was. He always he said, go, do whatever you want to do. It's just that I'm a poor guy, so I can't support you financially, but do whatever you want to do. But in the end, if there is no hope, there is no way to go, always come back to me. I'll take care of you.
Wow.
You know, so he was like
That's
that.
a big thing to
To
say.
be able to, yes, to know
Yeah.
that you
Say
can
that.
come back.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
come back. So 100th is going to be my next one.
The next
this
one,
is the 99th.
99, what a number. Also, let me tell you, it's also going to be your 30 years.
Yeah.
1994 में आपने शुरुआत की थी, द्रोहकाल पहली आपकी फीचर फिल्म थी, फिर
You know, the first film which released was
हाँ,
Rokal.
हाँ
The
जी।
first film I shot was in 93,
my God.
January, Bandit Queen. So yeah,
Yeah?
30 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a year of milestones for Manoj Bajpayee. Let's just put it like that. 30 years and 100th film approaching. Prachi, I want to come to you now. You know, are you happy now with the work that's coming your way? Because I remember जब हमने Silence 1 के time पर बात की थी, you came back, you know, to entertain us on screens after a gap of 4 years, 4 साल के बाद, you know. And I remember how excited, how thrilled were you. You were like, this is something that I love and I'm happy to come back to it. Now, are you finally happy? Are you satisfied as an artist with the work that's coming your way?
I would say that over the years, through all the growing, through all the learning, I definitely feel like a slightly different person for sure. I think experience does that to you, life as it flows does that to you. So that is definitely there. And my outlook towards things is a lot more different now. I think at that time maybe I cared too much.
You were younger.
I was younger.
Yeah.
You also started when you were 17, 18,
Yeah.
कब
Yeah.
ना?
Yeah,
Right.
I think things matter to you differently
बिल्कुल.
now versus before. So in terms of that, yes, so much has changed. But yeah, my heart is full, you know, because we had a beautiful time shooting Silence. It kind of broke my dry spell. Yes, for a little bit, some films got delayed, and then COVID happened. So you didn't know when 4 years just went by. But since then, it's great, and I think I was so thrilled that we are reuniting on Silence 2.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है that as an artist to be able to say no to something is a privilege. क्या आप मानते हो ये एक privilege है? And आप दोनों से मेरा ये सवाल है, आपको लगता है आज आप ये privilege better exercise कर पा रहे हो?
आज ज़्यादा better इसलिए है क्योंकि you know how to form a sentence when you're saying no, so that the other person is not offended. And also, in my case, I can say that yes, there are offers, and you know, I know exactly which one I have to take and which one I would like to do. But earlier also, I was always mostly a no person, you know, all the time. I used to do one film in a year or two film maximum if I was lucky. Most of the films I used to say no to because that never, you know, kind of excited me. One thing I never wanted to do was to play a villain, you know, typical villain in a commercial film. And most of the roles that I got after Satya were of the villains, you know, against all the big stars, and that is something that I was not at all excited or ready to compromise with. So yeah, I was only saying no. So one film, one Shul in a year, one Zubeda in a year, so one Aks in a year. So it was like that, one film in a year. Most of the times I was only saying no. I used to stay in a rented flat, but I was very happy. I was not at all sad about it. I was very happy that, you know, I was part of this industry on my own terms and conditions. That used to give me a lot of happiness and satisfaction, that I was not compromising on things that I believed in.
Yeah.
But now things have changed. I was just saying that now you have TV, you have films, you have OTT. So definitely when the mediums increase, the offers increase too, right?
Absolutely. Prachi, is there anything you would like to add?
Exactly like you said, you know, I think I've probably said more no's than I've
Then
said
yes.
because I mean, Sir is completing his 100th film. I can literally count on fingertips how many films I've done. That's how little a number of movies I've done. Yes, on television, if I have to count, then I don't know, I've done 500 or 1000 or how many episodes in 2 years. But But yes, in terms of films, I think one ended up saying no more. But I think it had a lot to do with my first film being at the age of 19. You don't know what this world is about. You don't even know the scripts coming to you, how to gauge or judge. Of course, there is an inherent understanding or personal maturity or whatever that you know, the person that you are, basis which you will take a call. But you don't really know in the bigger scheme of things that in terms of industry perception, in terms of audience perception, what are the roles you should be doing, not doing. Also, being 19, you know, you've never seen yourself on the camera. So when certain mature roles come to you, I did not know how to handle it.
Right.
So there were a lot of things that I just let go of. In hindsight, if I have to look at it, I really wish that, you know, I had the maturity then so that I could have done those roles, but I had to say no because I wasn't mature enough. Another thing is, I think a few years ago, Silence or Forensic or Duta, and these were not the kind of films that were being made for us, or rather that were coming to us. It was very much about a heroine being a heroine, like Sir said, being a villain in a movie, you know, the typical antagonist. Being a heroine was very much about being a heroine, and out of that, the choices that kind of came to you, I don't think everything was exciting. So just being in a couple of songs or being an eye candy, I don't think that ever excited me, and I was too young also to, you know, to care about that.
Absolutely.
So I think I said no a lot more. But I'm just happy that today I'm getting to see the good side of this world also, OTT, you know, that I'm still here, that I can explore all of this.
Right.
So yeah, that yes and no.
You're happy that you said yes to Silence.
Absolutely.
मेरा आखिरी सवाल ये होगा, Manoj sir, so I'm going to close with this, that today we are talking about your 100th film जो आने वाली है. But do you think you have that space, or is there a space for us to see you in a comedy film or an out and out romantic film?
मैंने कॉमेडी फिल्म किया था, कोविड ने हिट किया उस समय, वो फिल्म रिलीज़ भी हुई थी, लेकिन वो फिल्म वही एक फिल्म थी जो कि थिएटर वालों ने लगा के रखा, बिकॉज इट वाज अ वेरी गुड फिल्म. ज़्यादा लोग ऑडियंस में नहीं जान पाए, वो बाद में जाना उन्होंने जब OTT पे आया और वो टेलीविज़न पे आया, सूरज पे मंगलवारी. So it was an out and out comedy film with Diljit and myself and Fatima Sana Sheikh. When there's a good role, it's a good script, then only I can be part of it, you know.
Right.
Just doing comedy for the sake of doing comedy, you know, doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. But I wish you all the luck, sir, and thank you so much for these 99 plus one जो आने वाली है, 100 films and projects. And I wish you all the luck for Silence too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And मौके मिलते रहेंगे आपसे मिलने के लिए वापस.
जी.
Thank you.
बिल्कुल.
And 16th April, I'm sure our audience will tune in.
Yes.
Z5, Silence 2.
Z5.
Z5.
Let's
Oh, Z5, did you catch that?